into my eyes, can't you see that open wide? Would I lie to you, baby? Would I lie to you?
Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. You join me at the Henley Classics for their first monthly cars and coffee, and despite how bad the weather's been this week, it is looking very nice and bright today. Now, this is happening the Saturday before Jet Meet in the real world timeline, but chronologically the Jet Meet video would have already been out because, you know, got to space these videos out so I can at least start dropping at least one a week each month. Now the show season and car meet season is starting to get in the full swing, and the sunshine is starting to bless us with dry roads. So yeah, we're gonna have a walk around and see what we got here for the first Henley Classic show of 26. Oh, hold on. I was doing stunts. My zoom isn't doing me over there. Kicking off with a couple British legends. We got the classic Mini here. I think we may have saw this one last time, if I'm not mistaken. But we've got this MGB Roadster here awaiting some restoration. At least it being white makes it easy to spot where it is rusting and where it is just dirt. Whereas I guess, you know, a black car, even a brown car, that'd make it hard to decipher what was just dirt and rust. But yeah, hopefully this thing gets the loving it deserves and gets preserved and saved and stays on the roads. We got the Yamaha Special back. Says either belongs to Henley Classic or someone that works at the Henley Classic. But it's nice to see that again. Looks like it needs a little bit of paint restoration on the tank there, but still, this is a ridden bike. We've got the blue F82 or F87, whichever one. BMW M2 rolling out. They do look good in that blue. Oh, we've got the Shelby Cobra replica here. I think it's a Dax Digero or Digero, however you pronounce it. But this one looks sick. It's got the hard top in the black. It's got the all black interior, the black buckets, the black Williams harnesses. Still got that wood grain steering wheel though. The aluminum shift knob. And of course, you've got the polished side pipes. The fake knockoff wheels with the black faces. Give the lips a bit of a polish. Those wheels look absolutely stunning. You can't go wrong with a Cobra. The oil cooler in the front there. It's something about the way these cars look, the presence they have. No other car that you ever see quite hits the same as these. Okay, I believe that's for sale from Henley Classics. And these two as well, classic Volkswagens. We've got the later Type 2 camper here. It's already got a sink in there. Oh, looks like it's got a little stove under that top piece there. I see the knobs there. And then obviously this will fold down into the bed. It's already got the bed at the back there already laid down. Modern stereo. It's got the pop-up top as well, so you know it's pretty much ready to go. All we got the left-hand drive cabriolet, original Beetle. You don't see many original cabriolets, especially a 1303S cabriolet as well. So yes, this little duck egg you don't see often. With the MPGT steering wheel in there, that's nice. Matches the wood grain shift knob perfectly. Got the modern equivalent of the Type 2 there, the Transporter with the Innovit wheels. It's got the interior redone and the privacy tint on the rear, and it's got a nice little canopy that comes out the side as well, so you have a nice little sheltered seating area outside when you're camped up in the summer. Would you prefer new school or old school? Of course, we're down there on Julia, down there by myself. This time, unfortunately, Mia isn't too well. She's got an ear infection, bless her. So yeah, we're here on the bike. Hopefully it starts for me to get home. I think the battery may be a little low on juice, and if I can borrow a spanner and or some tape, something, because my clutch lever is perfectly fine actually on the bike, but like that piece the bolt underneath's come a little loose, so it's not giving me the full disengagement I need. And with the battery being low, I don't need this thing stalling as I come to a stop on the way home. Especially if I do have to bump start it to leave here, I just have to keep bump starting it on the way home. And we've got the Porsche Super Diesel tractor outside. Once again, sat next to a Porsche sports car. Is this one the 996? 911, is it this one? Part of the Porsche Owners Club, so this is definitely someone into their Porsche Carrera 4. So all-wheel drive. And it is a manual. Good man. Went for the manual. Can't go wrong, to be fair. You're starting to see less and less of the 996s, and the more you see in a nice clean spec, it's definitely nice to see. Well, fortunately, no pictures of the E-Type, but I'm gonna catch it rolling out with that 4.2 straight 6. Now, funnily enough, I've seen in Saturn a 458 Spider before they was even on sale in the UK, but I've never seen a 360 Spider up close. And ironically, this one is black like the 458 I sat in. And look at that view, and that beautiful V8 under the hood. What is it, 3.6 liter V8 or something in these things? I'm sure someone will correct me down below though. So the Daytona style seats. So that kind of ribbon, the stitch pattern that runs through the middle, harkening back to the old 365 GTB4 Daytonas, which you may see one inside of the Henley Classics still have it. And of course, we are very accustomed to seeing these down the Fleur Spring. A beautiful little cherry red Mark II 1600 MGA. Sat next to it, we have a British icon, the Mark II Capri 2-litre laser. It's got the 4-spoke wheels. Look at the interior, that looks clean. Wow, that is very nice. Looks off the engine bay. It's looking very, very clean. You can't go wrong with Mark I or Mark II Capri, really. They're both just as iconic in their own right. Oh, wow, there's a closer look at the interior, and even that driver's seat, seeing a bit of stitching, it's gone, but considering how old the car is, and the driver's seat is the most used seat of any vehicle, that is in pretty damn good condition. I love that period style rally steering wheel as well. This is definitely a very tasty Capri, and black with the silver decals and the laser logo in the red. You got the red valve cover under the hood. It looks good. Now this is something we saw a few times last year. The MGB Roadster with the hard top, the molded in flares. The engine bay.
Oh, that's
And up the paneling down there to help direct the cool air through the radiator better. Just something about that front end, the Lexan light covers, just give you that old school race car vibes. You gotta love little resto mods like this. Got this E30 here. May pop the engine bay when he comes back. Look at the wheels. Oh yeah. And I heard him talking, showing off the engine. If you're following Instagram, and you can see the pictures. Oh, look at the exhaust. Is it a... It is, it's a Scorpion. It's the Scorpion upswept DTM stainless system, yes. Oh, that Momo steering wheel, it's got the stock interior looking clean. Yes, he was telling the owner of the Capri over there, which apparently that was the demonstration car on the episode of Wheeler Dealers to show what their Capri could look like. But this has E36 motor in it. I'm pretty sure it said M3 engine. Not sure whether it's the early M3 3-litre or the M3 Evo 3.2. It's still sick, and apparently that thing there runs an MX-5 gearbox, which is pretty cool, using some modern Japanese reliability to bring some fun to a British classic. Still running the MG engine though. Got the Porsche Cayman. Well, to be fair, I do prefer the styling of the 718 Caymans compared to the original ones. They definitely made these look a bit more sporty, a bit more aggressive. Don't get me wrong, the Mark 1 still drive nice, I'm sure. But these ones, when you're not driving it and looking at it in your driveway, is a better sight to see. Now, this may be a 320 and not a 325, but there's a reason why Hammond, Clarkson and May all chose an E30 Cabriolet for that cheap sports convertible challenge. And this one, full leather interior, manual, is for sale. I'm not sure how long it will be for sale though, considering the price of E30s are going up, and that's not too crazy to be fair. And this thing looks good, and of course it's rocking the correct factory set of BMW wheels to have on an E30. I mean, if you want a beautiful cruiser that's only going to appreciate in value, and especially the summertime, you drop that top, it's maybe worth you giving it a look. What the hell am I witnessing at the front here? Just looks like, yeah, Ford Sierra P100. And these wheels, definitely unique for a vehicle like this, the Rhino line paint. But you get to the rear, and that's when it just becomes pure real life Hot Wheels. It's a damn jet engine in the bed of the P100. Oh, so looks like we got the old surplus green Landy rolling out over there. I just can't get over the fact this thing has a fucking jet engine in it. Honestly, what next? The car's gonna start sprouting wings and driving on the street? 2026 is already starting off crazy. A jet car. We got the Cayman rolling out. So he's been to podium, judging by the air freshness. He's definitely an enthusiast of the scene. We got the Oldsmobile Dynamic 88, man. Look at it, with the front end up in the air, the arse end dumped to the floor. And the sun, look at the way that paint sparkles in the sunlight. Honestly, shines brighter than a damn diamond, the amount of metallic flake in this thing. And then the chrome work. Oh, you gotta love old school American muscle chrome. I saw this one pull in just before me. You don't often see the two-door Minor 2000, but here it is. Oh, sorry, the Minor 1000. But here we are. We got a two-door, and we got the picnic baskets in the back. Gotta love it. And they stopped an antique shop or something on the way, got themselves a new painting for their house. Well, looks like there are definitely people interested in the E30 and how smooth it sounds and seems to be running, and how good it looks. You can't blame people for being interested, so I wouldn't be surprised if by the time this video is released, then it may be sold. And then yeah, we're gonna get a little closer look at this jet engine. Love the fire extinguisher right there. That's crazy. I mean, how often you gonna get a chance to get this close to a turbine jet engine, let alone one mounted in the back of a road legal truck? I wasn't sure what this was and it rolled in, but I think it's quite obvious taking a closer look with that cat pouncing off the front. Pouncing off the front. It's an old Jag. This thing looks amazing. Just look at the lines of it. Look at that little rear window. That's quite kind of hot rod-esque, that. When they chop the tops of the 32 Fords or whatever. I love the old school little plaques and stuff they'd put on the cars, you know. People were proud that they put these things together and assembled them back in the day. You don't really get that with a lot of modern cars unless they're truly special cars. Oh, we got the Audi TT rolling out. Sound like it had a little bit of an exhaust on it. And we got a van rolling in. Thankfully there is that little pull-off bit there, so it's not too bad getting out. And speaking of Audis, got the RS6 Avant here. Oh yes, in this blue. I walked around the wrong side. There we go, through the bush. Oh yeah. No, when the new RS6 come out, I preferred these over them, but seeing the new RS6s in person, they have grown on me. But these are still just a badass car nonetheless. Now, the owner of this van and company is a true meaning of never judge a book by its cover. There's oven cleaning service, you know. It's got this tatty looking work van. Well, the guy owns an R34 V-Spec. He owns a Bathurst Edition FD RX-7. He's owned cars like RS6s and that. And well, we all know how much Bayside Blue 34 V-Spec 2s are going for. And well, this guy has earned the money to own not just an R34, but an FD-RX7, plus a whole bunch of other epic performance legends by cleaning people's ovens. That is how you get rich. Have a surface that everyone needs and there's always business for. Got the 2 Series M Sport hiding around here. It's got the carbon lip on the back there, and I think it's the same smart cabriolet before. It looks like the aftermarket exhaust coming out the back of that. Oh, we didn't get no pictures, but we managed to get it on video. The 911 Targa rolling out. As it sounds like the Morris is rolling out. Female owned as well. But I love to see the car girls into the old school cars as well. Let's face it, classics are not exactly easy to drive. Yeah, the other Land Rover was parked behind this one. That would have been a nice little combo shot. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get to it in time, but we're still able to get some nice pictures. This one in the Series 2, is it? This is the Series 3 this generation. I'm sure you Land Rover experts can let me down below, but I know this is an OG Defender. We got the top up on the E30, and either it's been very well looked after or it's a brand new top. Some people do get the hard tops, to be fair, and put the hard tops on and just keep the soft top safely stored and dropped down. But either way, I don't think you're gonna have to worry about that leaking. Got this beautiful MGA here. This one's the twin cam. Look at this blue, the hard top. Loving the color. 33 AFD on the plate. That's nice. I like that. It's a nice simple plate, but that color, honestly, stunning. Oh, and I think these are both for sale from the Flowing Spring. I know the E-Type is. Flowing Spring, Henley Classic. I'm not at the Flowing Spring yet. That's not back till next month, ladies and gentlemen. The 230 SL. It's not 280, but it's still an SL. An OG SL. Look at that interior. Oh wow, the actual wood on the interior. None of that fake wood paneling rubbish. Just look at the front end, the way those fenders or arches, wings, whatever you want to call them, meet the headlights. So I wish cars had styling like this today. Alright, so they still got the Series 1 E-Type here for sale. I don't know how, because one, it's a Series 1 E-Type, and two, get the metallic blue on it, that metallic baby blue, the chrome. Honestly, I thought it looked good inside. It looks even better out here in the sun. Look at the chrome wires on the wheels gleaming, sparkling like a chandelier. Alright, so of course we got the standard layout, and wow, got the old Alfa Romeo Giulietta Sprint, that classic Bertoni styling. Look at the rear end. Wow, that is cool. Of course we got the, I think it's another Dax Giugiaro Shelby Cobra 427 replica, still here. Look at that blue, the cream, iconic. And here is the 365 GTB4 Daytona, and this is where that seat pattern originates, hence why they call it the Daytona seat option. God, I love the wheels on these. Look at those functional hood vents there. And then I think this could potentially be a US spec car in original form, because I don't think the Euro cars had that little bumperette bit that come up the front. I could be wrong though. Let me know in the comments. Check out the downstairs seating setup here. So you got this couch, you got the trunk, you got the chairs. You got the classic Mini here with the Brandles. You got a BSA, and I think that's another BSA over there. Yeah, you got the two BSAs over here. The neon sign is not on today, but this just shows how small classic Mini is. The fact that you can just squeeze it here. Like, a nice selection of automotive literature. The ultimate encyclopedia of Corvettes. Lastly, we got the displays over here now for their merchandise. I like that. You got the Lewis poster down there with the different mugs. Got different trinkets and I like that. Le Mans poster up there, that's cool. And this little thing, it was there, I just had to pull it out for a second to get a better look at it. I used to have one just like this when I was 8 years old, so this is nostalgia, seeing a little Repsol replica mini motor. That was sick, look at the old little pedal Jeep there, that's cool. Oh, almost missed that little ride-along car behind me, and look at the display cabinet. Oh, the R33 there, and some nice Hot Wheels down the bottom. That's sick, the Chevelle. We've got the Capri rolling out. It looks like the E30. It's just in front of it, and we've got this big, beautiful Buick here. So this is a new arrival. Look at this. Got the Mark 1 Golf back on a different set of wheels this time. Still with the bottle in the back. Of course, not currently hooked up because you're not allowed to do that on the street. You can only connect it once you get to your racetrack. But yeah, you can't go wrong with a Mark 1 with a little stance. Look at this Buick, man. Look at the cones on the bumper, the white walls, proper white walls. You got the fake vents there, inspired by like the Mustang P-51 American fighter planes. Look at the dash, all the levers and stuff on the dash. He's got the big dice. Look at that. The seats, the full bench seats. Oh, you gotta love old school cars. And then you just got that massive trunk. Look at the Oldsmobile. Nicely idling away. Fully dropped all the way down now. And that's like the only thing that's dropped. The top has dropped as well now. So you get a better look at that interior. Catching the sunlight. This is to that V8 rumble from the back. Oh yes. Such a relaxed V8 rumble that is on idle. She's looking how dirty on the back. But that means she's been driven. We've got the Mark II left-hand drive Golf Rally here with the supercharged G60 swap. Well, G60 plus swap. But yeah. That interior. I love those old boxy dashes. They're simple, but they look good. And I didn't realise last time it's a sunroof model. Look at that fitment. Those comp motive wheels. And those box flares, man. Oh, come on. You cannot go wrong with boxed wide flares and a boxy hatchback. The classic Austin Mini Cooper here with the flares, with the dished. They're not Steelies, they're kind of like reverse turbo fans, aren't they? It's got the mesh over the headlights, of course, kind of reminiscent of the Italian Job Minis. I like how it has the modern retrofit headlight upgrade. Of course, you can't have a classic Mini and not have stripes on the bonnet. Like it's got the belts to keep it closed as well. Old school racing technology that is. Oh yes, update on the E30. I think either the other E30 owner or the Capri owner has made an offer, and well, the sign's taken down, so I think he may have actually purchased it. So yeah, definitely a good morning for the owner of this, or well, previous owner of this, should I say now. We got that cherry red MGA rolling out. Look at them, smiles on their faces, top down. That is what these cars are all about. It's not about how high the price tag is. It's not about how much you spent on your restoration, your modifications, whatever. It's about the smile it puts on your face when you get behind the wheel, or if you're a motorcycle rider, when you jump on your machine. Now, a few of the cars that were hidden around here are being sold by Henley Classics. So this could be over. Yes, parking, Henley Classic vehicle services only. So this could be something they have recently just got in. Obviously, haven't got a chance to clean it and post it up on the socials or anything yet. Hence why I didn't know this was here. But yes, second generation Continental GT convertible. I'm not seeing any V8 badges on it, so this will be the big boy, full fat twin turbo W12 all-wheel drive. Of course, these things only come Sort of manual. We've got the cream interior. Well, cream and black. We've got the cream stitching on the black. And this, I think it's an 8-speed ZF auto that comes in these things. Well, that E36 is still hiding around the back. That colour is still looking good. Unfortunately, it's got some rot in the side there. Oh, there's a side skirt. But looks like she's a bit of a drift project. So we got one bucket seat mounted in. I think that's... Is that another bucket seat? I'm not sure. Oh, it could be the stock. No, I think it's the stock seat. But it looks like this is being turned into a bit of a drift beater or a track beater. Slammed right at the front, not slammed at the rear. You got the dish steering wheel. It's currently an auto. So I don't think it's quite drift car yet. But I think it's heading down that road. Alright, so the school bus has been moved in there. I think there's a Bentley at the back there. There's a Mini there. You got the Dodge that was in there now and there. The Mini's still there. Ranger's still there. I think that ambulance is moved. What is that? It's like an old Land Cruiser back there. So I guess that's where that's currently parked. We got Panamera parked there. MX-5, MGB. Looks like the bike and the Volvo are still dying in the corner over there, unfortunately. Still got the Quality Streets and the SL over there. And it looks like the Land Rover is sat there. I don't see the old Mitsubishi there anymore. It looks like a Lotus XL between the MG and the Merc. Unfortunately, these two still seem to be sat here, and yeah, the winter definitely hasn't been pined to the poor Deutschland imported caddy over here. For those of you that like to go on your little spirited drives or rides around the Redden and Henley area, then you want to stop in and grab yourself a coffee. There's the opening time, so unfortunately they're closed on Sundays. Alright, that V8 is going to be sounding so lazy now. He's going to be using the gas to maneuver it out of here. Look at the column shifter. Oh yeah, playing with the air. Can't drop it all the way down though. Does have to get out the speed bump on the exit. Look at that, man's cruising in the green flannel, looking like an extra at a GTA San Andreas. You gotta love a lowrider. A couple silver German bullets just arrived. We've got this drop top SL55 AMG with that supercharged V8. And then we got money. So all I can say for this, the plate gives it away. GT02 Fave. That's right, this is a 996 911 GT2. Look at it, that factory 6-speed manual. Looks absolutely immaculate. An original GT2 Porsche. Oh, look at the wheels. It's got the Porsche twists. Not the original wheels, but the Porsche twists. Such a cool wheel. They're a little funky, but not too funky that they, look odd. I'm liking this caddy. The color on this is sick. It's got the Mark 7 Golf GTI bumper on it. I like that. Oh, so it was the original bumper there. There's quite a few automotive shops around here. You got the Galant wagon in there getting some work done. So yeah, you can buy cars or get your cars worked on all in the same area, or buy a car and then get it worked on afterwards. Oh, they don't just do repairs either. They got full-on paint booth and everything. So you want a new paint job, you can have that too. Fair play, man. This is kind of like a one-stop shop. Alright, can't find out in the auto shop to get tools, so I'm going to get some tape to hold my clutch lever in place thanks to the, I think the carpenter or woodwork shop here, whatever's going on here, but shout out to them. They're not letting me keep this, obviously, just let me use it. But that Mark II rally rolling out. We just missed the Mark 1 leaving. There goes the Mark II. And just in time, because my bodge is done. Now that is doing its job properly, and the lever isn't moving on the little bracket bit that the clutch cable actually connects to. So hey, I don't have to worry about that getting home now. Just fingers crossed it starts for me. Now, funny enough, much like with the Mark 8 Golf R, you still see more Mark 7s than you do the 8s. You still see more of the F-Series M135s and M140s. Then you do the new M135s. I think this is the first M135i that I've seen static and that I've been able to, you know, actually have a look around. And, well, of course, modern BMW interiors. Shame about the glare right now. But modern BMW interiors, you can't go wrong. But I will say, I can see why this may not be as popular as the previous generations. Seeing one up close and in this grey with that little wing package in it, it kind of just looks like a first generation A45. Don't worry, I don't think anyone's going to be trying any Scandinavian flicks in this one. But this is looking relatively clean for a little Suzuki supercar. Look at the interior. It's got a little cover on the driver's seat there to protect it. But this is supposed to be, you know, your little work van. And it looks pretty clean, to be fair. LFC on the end of the number plate. That's my team right there. Those of you outside of the UK that don't know, LFC is the anagram for Liverpool Football Club, which is the team I support. Yes, I know. Not everyone is a fan of the Liverpool football team. Don't get at me in the comments. We all have our own teams. I'm not a football hooligan. I just support the team I like. And I'll just check my tire. That's a little soft, so yeah, we're gonna have to take it easy riding home. That's hopefully I don't have a puncture. Well, he does have one of those portable tire inflators, so be able to use that. But I'm also losing my wheel weight. That's not good. I have to super glue these back on or something, man. How are they coming off? No, I might just take them off and put them in my bag because I don't want to lose them down the road. It may need to come off and get rebuilt. I don't know. Hopefully I haven't got a puncture, because that's going to be a pain in the ass to get off, because the issue we had with the threads on the fork leg. Fingers crossed. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see if she'll start. Fuel pump. Oh, battery needs charging. We're bumping it. Goddamn kickstand switch. The clutch still wasn't fully doing its thing, so it was a bit of a bitch to put in the neutral while it was running. But the clutch cleaver is good enough to get home and hopefully not stall if I have to come to a stop. But that does mean I'm gonna have to fucking make the clutch slip and ride the brake if I have to come to a stop. But hey, yo, here's what it is. We'll get the battery charged up, we'll get the clutch lever sorted. It's only minor issues, thankfully. It's nothing major. And, well, the WR has been pretty trusty, but yes, of course, with the bike fired up, that means we have reached the end of the video. If you liked it, then of course make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Of course, links to Henley Classics will be down below, so you can keep up to date with the events that they have coming and when they are happening. 2026. Links to my socials will be down below. Of course, Car Medness's socials will be down below as well. She wasn't here today, but I do believe we will be at Jack Meet, so she will be on TikTok live streaming that. Of course, the man Jonny K, make sure you are streaming his bangers. Oh, honestly, he's started to release so many this year. I think he's done like 5 already this year. So yeah, make sure you are streaming those, blaring those. And of course, how could I forget DBD Autos? Like I said in the last video, the services are cutting it back a little bit because he has gone into full-time bus driving. But if you just need something that's not too important, some aftermarket parts bolted on that's not too drastic, and you don't want to have your arms and legs pulled off over the price of labor, and then make sure you get in contact with him and check his availabilities. Now, like I said, this one come after Jack Meet, so the next one I think will maybe back down here because they're doing a Renault 5 Owners Club meet, so we should see a whole bunch of different Renault 5s, some Turbo 2s, Gordinis, GTs, maybe even a new Renault 5 EV, who knows, but it's something different. It's 15 minutes away from my house, so we'll be checking that out. So tell that one, you all have a good one. Peace.